The death ship Morro Castle, which drifted ashore at Asbury Park, New Jersey, lies at the mercy of the waves, only about 100 feet from the beach. When these pictures were taken, fire was still raging in her hull. This view from the seaward side shows the ravages of the blaze. Gaping portholes with the glass melted by heat, a charred hulk. Among the first aboard the Morro Castle was Pathé News cameraman Deep, and here he is on a breeches buoy on his way to the decks of the death ship, while the fire still rages. This is what he saw. The bridge of flames swept ruin. Girders and beams everywhere twisted by the terrific heat of the all-devouring fire. Every bit of planking was burned off the decks amidships, and the blasts of flame had even buckled the rails, twisting everything that did not melt in the blistering heat. Smoking deck ventilators indicated that the blaze below still barred the way into the hold, the shell of a roaring furnace which had consumed everything in its path. The intensity of the fire was visible on all sides. Nothing had escaped the angry flames that had turned the decks into blackened ruins and left only a scorched outer shell around the B-deck staterooms. All the dividing partitions were reduced to ashes. The interior of B-deck, an open space full of debris with only twisted bed frames left to show where the cabins were. And this was the once popular promenade deck, the skeletons of chairs being the only reminder that it once thronged with carefree pleasure seekers. Here are the much-discussed lifeboats which were not launched. Lowered, they might have saved more lives, but survivors say flames drove everyone back, forcing them to leave the boats unused. With the soles of his shoes badly burned, cameraman Deep returns, bringing back the pictures you have just seen, made at the risk of his life. Ashore, Chief Officer Worms, his hand injured trying to recover his dead captain's body, goes to the investigation held to fix the blame for the disaster. Whether arson, explosion, or an act of God, the disaster is the worst in years, the toll of fire at sea.